How does the CIA recruit its spies around the world through the internet? The U.S. Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, has launched a new campaign to recruit potential spies in China, Iran, and North Korea, following what Washington claims was a successful effort to recruit Russians. This is not the first time. U.S. defense and intelligence agencies, which played a key role in the creation of the internet, have for years turned to online streaming services to recruit spies aged between 18 and 35. A new U.S. campaign to recruit spies. The new campaign by the U.S. Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, follows claims of success from a previous effort focused on Russia. The agency aims to reach individuals it believes are dissatisfied with their governments, particularly amid growing cooperation between China, Russia, and Iran. In a statement released on September 29th, the agency announced the publication of multilingual guidelines, including Chinese, Korean, and Farsi, across social media platforms such as Telegram, Facebook, X, formerly Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. The goal is to facilitate secure communication with the agency, whether through the public internet or the dark web. This campaign is not new, as the CIA has been using the internet for years to recruit agents in more advanced ways. According to a report published by Reuters in 2020, the CIA shifted to using online streaming services like Netflix and Amazon to recruit spies aged between 18 and 35, marking a significant shift from traditional recruitment methods. Experts believe that these campaigns reflect the ongoing evolution of espionage in parallel with modern technology. How did they recruit them in the past? In the past, intelligence agencies around the world primarily relied on traditional methods for espionage and information gathering. These methods included sending targeted emails, organizing scientific conferences, offering fake job opportunities, and even through direct meetings with intelligence officers. These approaches aimed to attract individuals and collect information that would contribute to shaping government policies. For example, the U.S. Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, spent millions of dollars organizing scientific conferences in various parts of the world. The goal was to attract Iranian nuclear scientists to environments where they could be secretly approached and persuaded to defect. Some of these conferences were organized solely to lure Iranian nuclear scientists out of their home country to locations where U.S. intelligence officers could easily access them, approach them individually, and encourage them to defect. For example, an Iranian engineer who worked on assembling centrifuges for the nuclear program was recruited after agreeing to defect on the condition that he could pursue a PhD at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT. Despite lacking official documents, the CIA pressured MIT to accept him. After an oral examination by a panel of professors, he was admitted and eventually earned his PhD. During the presidency of George W. Bush, the U.S. government had limitless funds to finance covert efforts aimed at delaying Iran's development of nuclear weapons. According to a report by The Guardian, intelligence gathered from academic conferences is capable of shaping policies. It mistakenly helped convince the George W. Bush administration, as it later turned out that Saddam Hussein was still developing weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. Although these methods are still in use, things do not always work this way properly anymore, due to various reasons such as wars and the rise of open hostility today, according to experts. In Russia, since the beginning of the war in Ukraine, the United States and its European allies have expelled hundreds of Russian diplomats in protest against the war. In response, Russia expelled hundreds of Western diplomats in reciprocal moves. As a result, U.S. embassies and other Western embassies were forced to sharply reduce their services, making direct communication with the United States difficult. In China, recruiting Chinese agents or even meeting them has become more dangerous than ever. Beijing's extensive surveillance system uses big data analytics to extract information from millions of cameras in major cities, alongside armies of human monitors. According to a report by the Wall Street Journal, the CIA exploited the widespread corruption in the upper ranks of the Communist Party and government ministries to recruit dozens of officials as paid agents, according to former officials familiar with the events. However, in a catastrophic setback, This network was dismantled when China captured the traitors at its core, one by one. Former officials said that a flaw in the secret communications conducted by the CIA with its agents, which Beijing exploited, is the suspected cause behind the breach. The details of what happened have not been made public, and it remains unclear whether anyone at the agency was held accountable. A former senior U.S. official described the losses in China as horrible, 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 and I have doubts about whether there has been much recovery since then. Nevertheless, the U.S. government has not publicly acknowledged the loss of its Chinese agents between 2010 and 2012. As a result, U.S. intelligence agencies, with an annual budget of $100 billion, are retraining their personnel, redirecting billions of dollars from their budgets, and re-equipping expensive espionage machinery to focus on their international adversaries. The agency launched an online recruitment campaign planned before the COVID-19 pandemic, as it now seeks to attract top talent through innovative methods, having previously relied on traditional approaches, according to Nicole DeHaye, a CIA spokesperson, in 2020. In 2022, following the Russian invasion of Ukraine, the CIA launched a new campaign to promote its presence on the darknet, inviting Russians opposed to the war to contact the agency through these dedicated channels that offer greater privacy. Before the latest campaign targeting China, Iran, and North Korea earlier this year, the CIA launched a new propaganda campaign aimed at Russian intelligence. Through this effort, the agency sought to recruit agents from within the ranks of Russian intelligence to work with it, as part of an ongoing attempt to expand its network amid rising international tensions. How does the CIA recruit agents? In recent years, the CIA has shifted to innovative propaganda methods to recruit agents, moving beyond traditional approaches. In a 2020 campaign, the agency released a television advertisement featuring a CIA officer stating that one piece of intelligence can change everything. In 2021, the agency launched a new website aimed at recruiting exceptional spies from all backgrounds. According to the Associated Press, the new website includes links to browse complete job listings with salaries and requirements, sections about working at the agency, and a streamlined application process. By 2022, the CIA continued to utilize social media platforms, publishing instructions in both English and Russian on how to access its darknet site using the Tor browser, which ensures privacy and anonymity. This provided Russians with a secure way to communicate with the agency. In 2019, the CIA created a website on the dark web as a secure communication channel for users seeking privacy, including journalists and political dissidents. The agency continues to use these digital tools, launching a new campaign in 2024 targeting Russians working in Russian intelligence, urging them to cooperate by highlighting corruption and inadequate resources in their country. One of the promotional videos featured a Russian man speaking about his patriotism and his sense of betrayal by his own regime, while urging Russians to contact the CIA as a way to express that patriotism. The video, accompanied by emotional music and set against a wintry Russian backdrop, was shared across various social media platforms, including Facebook, X, and Telegram, reflecting the agency's evolving strategy in reaching its target audience. Are the new recruitment methods effective? It's not limited to the United States. China also uses social media platforms like LinkedIn to contact and recruit former U.S. intelligence officials. One of its notable successes involved Kevin Patrick Mallory, a former CIA officer who, burdened by debt, sold secrets for money, including the identities of U.S. intelligence officers who were traveling to China. Mallory was convicted in 2018. In 2023, the U.S. Department of Justice revealed the arrest of 2 U.S. Navy sailors charged with providing military information to China. Both individuals are U.S. citizens who were born in China. In 2024, Sergeant Corbin Schultz was arrested after leaking sensitive defense information to China, including documents related to weapon systems and U.S. military strategies. Countries such as China, Russia, North Korea, and Iran are known for being difficult to penetrate intelligence-wise, making access to accurate information about their operations a significant challenge for other nations. These countries impose strict restrictions on U.S. social media platforms like Facebook, claiming they are unsuitable for government use, which limits communication with the outside world. However, tools such as VPN networks allow users to bypass this censorship. As a result, the CIA relaunched its propaganda campaign last week. A spokesperson for the agency stated that the 2022 campaign and the May 2023 video were viewed 2.1 million times on platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and X, resulting in engagement with some individuals, though no details about actual recruitment operations were disclosed.
Dass ich fleißig gewesen bin, dass ich gearbeitet habe, dass ich mich in diesem Jahr für dich eingesetzt habe, dass ich anständig meine Zeit